Hi guys, welcome to Geek Coding Academy. Today we'll see object-oriented programming concept called polymorphism. So let's see. So in our previous video, we saw all the other concepts like class and objects, constructors, methods and method overloading, encapsulation and inheritance. If you have not watched the video, please go to my channel to watch the previous videos prior to this. In this today session, we'll talk about polymorphism. So what do you mean by polymorphism? As the name indicates, poly means many, morphism means many version. So one object having the many versions. Or polymorphism in Java allows an object to be treated as instance of their parents. That means in polymorphism, a single object can act as differently depend on a input. Okay. Are you confused? I'll explain. So suppose I have one parent class and a child class I created with a relation with the parent class, then child class object can be captured using a parent class reference, right? So through these, we can able to achieve runtime polymorphism. That means like if a parent class has a multiple child classes and using only the parent class reference, we can handle all the child classes objects. If I have 1,000 child classes, I can catch all these 1,000 with the reference of a parent class. So this allows a runtime polymorphism. Okay. So let's see more about what is polymorphism. What is the use of this is we can make code more flexible and reusable, and it's one of the key feature of object-oriented concept. Okay. So polymorphism can be achieved either two ways. One is method overriding, another is interfaces. What I mean by method overriding, I'll tell you. Like suppose if parent class as one as a method, one generic method, which will be related to all children. But that method, anyway, if we connect to that parent class through extends keyword, all the method will be available in the child class. But the child class needs some modification for the method. So child class can override the existing method given by its parent. So it can write its own implementation for the method which is already present in its parent class. This is concept called as a method overriding. Okay. So though child class may have a um, child class specific implementation, still we can able to catch the child class object using a parent reference. How beautiful concept it is. Okay. Let's see one by one. What is method overloading? Overriding, sorry. Method overriding is a form of runtime polymorphism where a subclass provides its own implementation. Means a child class provides its own implementation, but the method definition and its implementation is already defined in its superclass or parent class. Still, the child can give its own implementation. Okay. The method in subclass must have a, but the method what we written in a subclass should be similar to method present in a parent class. All same name, return type, and parameters should be same. And also the parent class method should be public or protected. Then only we can able to override that, or we can able to um, change the implementation in this child class. Okay. So this is an example of method overriding. See, I have a class called animal where I have written one method called sound, which animal makes a sound. Okay. So I have written one more class called dog, which extends animal. That means it is a parent, it is a child of this animal class, which extends animal. But dog, I don't want to print it generic. Animal makes a sound. I want dog box specially. So what I do is I just write the same method signature like public word of sound, same public word of sound, and I change the implementation here as a dog box. And you can see the annotation called at override annotation. Means that I'm overriding this method. This method is already present in the parent class. I'm just overriding it for the need of our child class. Okay. This is concept of overriding. So both, what is the use? If we are overriding, so why we need to extend an animal class? What is the use? You may ask. Like the use is, I'll tell you. Like during at the time of creation of an object, if you create an animal object, the reference type should be of type animal, right? If you are creating in a dog object, the reference should be of type dog. But if there is a relationship, the parent class can catch the relationship, catch the reference of all child objects. here you can see here, I created a new animal. This is a parent class object. It is cached by animal. That's fine, right? But once I created new dog object, this dog object should be cached with a reference of dog. But here I'm catching with a reference of animal only because of this relationship. Okay. So through this relationship, both object catch by the same reference. This is what called polymorphism. Here, the animal reference, one time it's catching with a parent object, one time is catching with another dog object. So this concept is called a polymorphism. Like what polymorphism helps in the real time, we'll see next. So this one time of achieving in a runtime polymorphism. Second type will be, you may ask like the parent class has a own method, but child class anyway it's overriding. What is the necessary for giving an implementation in a parent class? Okay, if none of the child classes are not using its implementation, they are writing their own. Simply because of this relationship, parent-child relationship, just we are extending with the animal. So what is the necessary for giving in a body to it? So then there is concept called as an interface came into picture. In interfaces, we write a class and methods where method don't have any body. Okay. So the child class here should use an implements keyword to get connected to his parent class. Okay. After Java 8, there are some modification done on interfaces where abstract and default methods are allowed, like sorry, default and starting methods are allowed, but most of the time interfaces only have a method signature. It doesn't have a method body. Okay. And also in our inheritance concept, we said Java doesn't support multiple inheritance just to avoid dimension problem. But in interfaces, we can have a multiple interfaces. Like we can have multiple connection. Like a child can have a multiple parents. Because here dimension problem doesn't exist because we don't have any implementation for a body. Yeah, sorry, we don't have any implementation for the method which is written in interfaces classes. Okay, let's see what is this. What are interfaces? How we can have to define. Let's see. So this is an example of interface. So I created a one more interface class called interface. Sorry, interface called an interface animal, where I written word of sound. Okay. See here only a method signature I have written. Method just declare a method, but I have not given a body because anyway child class will have its own body, right? Like, yeah, just to I need a parent-child relationship just to achieve a runtime polymorphism. This interface is a beautiful concept. Okay, so where class dog, I created one more class dog. Here we should not extend to parent because in interfaces we have to use implements keyword. Implement animal. We are implementing an animal. Automatically, it's our we have to give the body to the method available. So here only one method available sound. So I'm giving a body here as a dog box. So I created one more class called cat, which implements animal, and I extended the parent method sound, implement a parent method sound, which cat meows. Okay, here the child have its own implementation and parent don't have any implementation. It just have a definition of method. So when it's come to picture, both parent reference type can able to catch both the child objects. Even dog and cat objects are carried by animal reference. Okay, so only one reference is capturing multiple objects. This is called a polymorphism. So what is the use of this polymorphism? Let's see. This is a polymorphism in action. Suppose I have one method called make animal sound, which accepts animal reference type. Okay, it reference. I have created one more method called make animal sound. It accepts as a parameter animal reference only, where animal have a method called animal.sound. I'm just printing its sound. But at the action, like in a main method, first I created a dog object and passed the dog object to it. Same method. Next, I created a cat object and passed the cat object to it. Same method. So single method can handle multiple objects, which is child of this animal. What are all, it may be 1,000 or 2,000 objects of different type child objects. The same method can able to handle it, and both will print output successfully. So there is no need of writing a method again. There is a code reusability. Okay, here which reduces a lot of redundancy, and it's make sound. We can able to understand easily the code, and also it's just neatly structured and complete abstraction we can able to provide. Like if you go to animal, all the child related to it, we can able to fetch like whatever we have to done, we have to do in animal class. It will be affected in all child classes and achieving runtime polymorphism. So this is all about theory. Let's see in our IntelliJ. So both the type overriding way and interface way to achieve a runtime polymorphism, I have written an example. First, you'll see overriding. Okay. I created an animal class where I have created one more method where animal makes a sound, and I created one more dog class which extends animal. Here I don't want to use this parents implementation. I just want to create my own. So I override the parents method and created a dog is box. And again I created one more cat which extends animal. Here also I just extended. I just override the parent method and write my own method. Sorry, my own implementation here, cat meows. And when it's come to the main class. Here, I just created a one more method called make animal sound, which accepts animal type. Anyway, dog and cat belongs to an animal type. So these animal references will catch both dog and cat. And I'm calling in same method here, dog and cat. Let's see what is the output. You see, dog box and cat meows. So this is our child class. Suppose if I pass parent class, okay, make animal sound. I just pass animal, which I created here, the parent object. So what it will be, let's see. As you can see, the generic one, like the parent class method, animal makes a sound, dog barks, and cat meows. Okay, this is one way of achieving a runtime polymorphism. Second way is through interface. Because anyway, here we are not using the parent class implementation. So why we need to provide an implementation such that we can go with an interface. So this is an interface polymorphism where I created one interface called animal one, and I created a method void of sound. I'm not giving any body to it. And I created a dog2 class which implements an animal one, and it's dog2 class duty to give a body to it. So I'm implementing an animal one. It's duty to provide a body because we don't have any body in interfaces. So I created here, and also I created one more class called cat2 which implements an animal one. It also provide a body to its parent method. And similarly, this code is same. Like I created a one more method called make animal sound where it requires animal reference type, and using that reference type I'm invoking that method present in an animal. In main method I'm just creating in a dog and cat references, animal one, animal. Both are of type animal, dog and cat. I'm passing through in the same method, but still I'm getting an output. This is the beauty of runtime polymorphism. And here one more thing, we can't be able to create a interface objects because interface don't have anybody. We can't create a interface. It just we use interface just to connect between parent-child relationship between all the classes, so that we'll get a complete abstraction. Okay. So guys, this is all about complete object-oriented programming concepts. In our next video, we'll dive deep into advanced OOPS concept. We'll see interfaces more in our next videos. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Um, if you like this video, please share this video to your friends and colleagues. So keep watching, keep learning. Thank you. Bye. I'll see you in our next video. Thank you.